Xin chào, my name is Peter Nguyen. Welcome back to Learning Vietnamese the Funny Way. Today we are going to. Today we will focus on the tones for uphill, high pitch, downhill, low pitch, questioning, on or over the edged tone, and the dropped and heavy tone for the vowel which is a very short version of the that we learned last time in day 1. This is day 2. So before we begin, I'd like to say that what I'm teaching here or trying to go over is based on what I know. I'm not following any book um, or any video. This is just based on what I know and what I have learned um, um, for Vietnamese. So that's why I'm trying to go really slowly for you. Now, before we begin with the I'd like to review with you all the uphill, high-pitched, downhill, low-pitched, questioning over and on the edge, dropped heavy tones for the vowel that we went over last time. So we had the um, a, and then a, go up hill or higher pitched a, and then lower pitched or downhill tone ah, ah. And then the next one is the questioning, which is ah. Repeat after me, ah, ah. And the fifth one, which I had trouble when I was learning as well, and also you can call in to ask questions or email to ask questions, learning Vietnamese funny way at gmail.com. Is remember you're thinking that you're on or over the edge, you're jumping on the bed, and you think you might fall, but then you know you're not going to fall. So you go up briefly, down briefly, and then up briefly again is ah, ah, ah. Repeat after me, ah. Or you can think of it as though you're slamming the brakes on your car. It's ah, ah, and that's the sound. Ah. And last but not least, the dropped, it becomes ah, ah, ah. So I'm sorry about this lesson again in part 1, since I had a pre-recording of my introduction. This will be the size will be small a little bit, so please bear with me. I'll try to make it as quick as possible. And after the break, we will go over to make sure that in part 2 that the video here will be bigger size so that you will see better. So I do apologize. Please bear with me. So today we will focus on the here, short a. Please again don't confuse this with the Vietnamese or the English vowel, the O. In Vietnamese, it'll be ah, but with the apostrophe, it'll be It's longer. So we'll focus on that later. But for now, just think of it as the very short A or A. With the hat, it'll be uh, uh, uh. Repeat after me. Uh. Similar, you're saying uh-huh, like that. Uh-huh, uh, uh-huh. Similar to that. And then the next one would be the with the uphill or high pitched uh, 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 going up a little bit, It could be like a reaction that you're trying to pay attention to something, but somebody's trying to get your attention. You'd be uh, very short, like that. So the third we're going to go over is the down here or lower pitch. Uh, 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 uh. Remember, it's similar to the Vietnamese with the O, but this is longer. We'll go about that later. But for now, just focus is make it shorter. Uh, 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 uh. Same thing as you're saying, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh, uh, uh. Okay? And then the next one, the fourth one, would be the difficult slamming on the brakes sound. Oh, no, not slamming on the brakes sound. It is the questioning. Uh, uh, uh. Repeat after me. Uh, 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 uh. Okay? And then the next one will be the difficult, more difficult. Uh, with the tilde on top. It will be, remember, you're jumping on the bed. Just pretend that you're jumping on the bed. I'm not telling you to do this explicitly, but just imagine if you're jumping on the bed and you think that you're going to fall down, but you know that you're not going to fall down because, let's say, the bed is very low. Um, your reaction would be going up a little bit and then down very for a brief moment and going up a little bit again. Uh, uh, repeat after me. Uh, 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 something like that. And of course, I'll be on the air tonight at 7 um, p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you have questions on that, you feel free to ask. You can also email me if you're unclear about that. It's learningvietnamese funny way at gmail.com. And last but not least, it's the with the drop or the heavy accent. Uh, 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 uh. Okay, so feel free to take a break. And after we come back from break, I'll review this one more time. And then we're going to review the tones for this short here, which is ah. Okay, so we're going to go over this ah, very short ah. So remember ah, and then short ah, and then we're going to combine these tones. So please go ahead, feel free to take a break, and we'll come back to part two to review these one more time, and then we'll go over this ah. So go ahead, take a break, and then once you take a break, you can click on day 2, part 2.